Coming up next here in this second 3,000-meter heat, headlined, of course, by Bryce Strohed. We'll also see Andrew Schill, sophomore, having quite the tournament here at the 2017 Indoor Championships, with Andrew Bowman, who's been good for some excitement as well out of Oakland, while Matt Brooks, sophomore out of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, will battle Connor Waiori out of Oakland, with Alan Burns from Youngstown State, Ben Kendall, the junior from Detroit, Bryce Strohed, as I mentioned, from Oakland, the senior, with Ryan Sullivan from Youngstown State, Brad Mallory from Oakland, and Tristan Dahman from Youngstown State. So a good mix here of Penguins, Golden Grizzlies, and Panthers in the second heat of the men's 3,000-meter run. And coming up next, we will have the men's and women's 4x400-meter relay. But right now, it's time for another 3,000-meter run. It'll be a tall order for the men in this flight to keep up, not only with Bryce Strohed, but with the wonderful time there set by Brixton Rill of UIC. Again, Michael, as individual champions are crowned, you can feel that excitement building up in the air. We move closer and closer to naming a men's and women's team champion. Quick update for you if you're just joining us here on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app. As it stands, the Youngstown State women currently are in first with a total of 175, while the Panthers sit in second with 134. The Golden Grizzlies follow closely behind in third with 128. On the men's side, WashU's also in first with a 170 total, while Oakland sits in second with 139, and Milwaukee sits in third with a total of 100 even. As you can hear over the PA announcer here in the Watts, Janie Corbett, the 2016 indoor shot put champion. Weight throw, rather.
She did win the shot put as well, which that'll be coming up a little bit on the stand, but this is the weight throw that she won yesterday.
And of course, Corbett, the returning outstanding field performer from the 2016 indoor championships.
Making a good case to win that award again.
As right now, Matt Brooks out of Milwaukee leads this 18-man field in the second heat of the men's 3,000-meter run. We've heard that Penguin Fight song quite a few times today, Michael. They currently sit in first on both the men's and women's side. And right now, well, Matt Brooks from Milwaukee first, with Ben Kendall, the junior out of Detroit, in second. Terry McMillan, sophomore out of Milwaukee, sitting in third. Strohed leading a trio of Golden Grizzlies there in the middle of the pack. Again, I think you can expect them to make a push late. It's really been a telltale sign of this Oakland distance running program. They save their best effort for the final two laps, more specifically the final lap. We saw it last night in the men's 5,000-meter run with Josh Bowman, and we also saw it today in the 1-mile run with both Strohed and Bowman making incredible efforts in the final 100 meters to overtake their competitors. Ryan Sullivan, the junior out of Youngstown State, is also fighting to get into that top three. He's battling Ben Kendall right now, currently in third. But of course, it's the pair of Panthers in first and second place, led by Matt Brooks, the sophomore. And You can feel that excitement building in the air. We are just 4 minutes into this men's 3,000 meter run. This is the second heat. And now we're starting to see Terry McMillan, the sophomore from Wisconsin, pull away, put some distance between he and the pack. Ryan Sullivan currently in second. Sullivan and Kendall battling for that second place spot. But as it stands right now, Terry McMillan holding a healthy lead as we approach the 5-minute mark in the men's 3,000 meter run here at the 2017 Horizon League Track and Field Indoor Championships. Sullivan starting to close down that gap between he and McMillan. Ben Kendall hot on Sullivan's tail. And you saw some separation there. Now you're really starting to see those gaps close down as we get closer and closer to that final lap. McMillan still in first place, but Sullivan is making a move here. Coming around the corner, he and Ben Kendall are hot on his tail. So we'll get a better look here as they make the bend heading into the home stretch. It's Alan Burns also now overtaking McMillan. Ben Kendall is in first with Sullivan in second. Alan Burns and McMillan battle it out for that third spot. We saw McMillan jump out to a big lead, but how dramatically he's falling behind here, Michael. It leads you to believe maybe he emptied the tank a little too soon here. And Ben Kendall and Ryan Sullivan have taken full advantage of it as Alan Burns moves into a healthy third place spot here. Starting to see some distance build up and some separation between these first three runners.
These guys know where to make their final push here.
Ben Kendall still holding first in this one. The pair of Penguins following closely behind as we enter the final lap here in the second heat of the men's 3,000 meter run. Ben Kendall of Detroit in first, Ryan Sullivan and Alan Burns of Youngstown State in second and third respectively. Kendall trying to put some distance between he and Sullivan. Has a healthy lead in this one heading into the final bend.
Same thing we saw in the first heat. That last 400, you really just hit the burners and sprint it through.
I mean, you're got to be saying, what else do I have to lose at this point?
Yeah, it's been Kendall. He'll get the win. Oakland making
As now Bryce Strohead making a push here. He will overtake Sullivan and Burns, but it'll be the Titan, Ben Kendall, coming in first with a time of 8 minutes and 22.42 seconds. The 2016 champion Bryce Strohead comes in second, while Ryan Sullivan and Alan Burns round out the 3 and 4 spots here in the men's 3,000 meter run in our second heat. We'll have to wait now a couple minutes as we get in the final tabulations of the first and second heats. to see who will walk away as the overall winner. Little surprised I didn't see Andrew Bowman make a run like we've seen him do in the last couple events, but you got to imagine after the second efforts he's had in 3 events already, maybe a little speck here in the 3,000 meter run.
Absolutely.
As we wait now for the final tabulations, that concludes the 3,000 meter runs on both the men's and women's sides. We'll be moving next into the men's and women's 4x400 meter relays. I think you can expect to see the excitement really ramp up here as we get into the relay events.
This should be our final 2 events of the day that will determine the championship.
As it stands right now, Youngstown State women still holding a healthy lead at 175 total points, with Wisconsin in second, or Wisconsin Milwaukee rather in second, 134, while Oakland follows.